Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, it's your boy Anubis bringing you another vlog. Today's video is going to be a vlog about people who have been either inspirational to you or to me or just have inspired in general. I just got done watching one of FaZe Rain's, most recent videos, his, 5 million montage. He's currently reached 5 million subscribers on YouTube, so congratulations, FaZe Rain, in case you see this video, which I highly doubt you will. And with that out of the way, guys, the reason why I brought that up was because, not that I'm a fan of FaZe Rain, and not that there's anything wrong with him. He's a great person, very motivational, very inspirational person on YouTube and within the FaZe organization. I don't personally watch his videos too much or really, follow him or really keep up to date with what he does and his videos. Not really a big FaZe fan, or not really, big FaZe person in general. Not that there's anything wrong with FaZe, not that FaZe Clan or FaZe organization is a bad clan or organization, just not, the organization I first came across. So hence, not really why they're my inspiration, my go-to organization that I go to watch for when I want to get inspired or feel better or be happy. Again, back to the point though, guys, is that the reason for this video is that I want to thank you all so much for telling me that I've inspired you or thanking me for being there for you. It means the world to me that I can be there for you guys and that you guys consider me a friend. First and foremost, guys, thank you guys so much for just labeling me as a friend and as a person you look up to or admire or a person that you want to be like. Considering that YouTube is such a broad and vast place, that it's not just about gaming. It could be about, talking about your depression, your mental illnesses, talk about food, talk about drinks, talk about travels, could talk about anything and everything on here. And that there's so many inspirational and great and wonderful people on YouTube that you have chosen to subscribe to me, to follow me, to be a part of my life and enjoy what I share with you and the content that I'm able to provide to each and every one of you that do follow, subscribe, or just come to watch my videos. I try my best to be as real and as motivational as possible, even though a lot of times I'm very dark and very dismal and very, seems like borderline suicidal. I apologize for seeming that way, guys, but I always just want to be myself around you guys, be all that I can be for that I am, if that makes any sense. I just want to be myself. I want to portray myself. At the same time, only give away information and give away things I am personally comfortable with divulging with such a vast community over the internet. Considering that there's so many people out there that would want to do me harm or others harm. And, you gotta be very careful with what you say and what you do. You gotta choose your words very carefully. And that's still something I'm learning to do, especially with the live streams, because I was raised to just be open and to be straightforward and be blunt. Even if sometimes it's a little far from being blunt, it's kind of sometimes very inappropriate, where sometimes I've said to people, I hope you get cancer and die. And cancer's not a funny thing, and it's not meant to be like a thing that you just throw out there, but sometimes when you're not thinking straight, you don't have your mind right, and you're agitated, pissed off, annoyed, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to label it as, it's hard to keep a positive mentality and a positive mind frame when you have people constantly bashing you, attacking you, harassing you, degrading you, talking about your friends, your family, your loved ones, and talking about you in personal, knowing that you have some issues with your self-confidence, with who you are, and with what you do, and knowing that your age is a huge hindrance to what you're trying to do as far as a career goes. This isn't something normally that a 32-year-old man or any older gentleman would normally consider to take up on as a full-time job, or as to take as a part-time job even. Because there's so much work that goes into this before you actually hit that plateau of making money from this and making this into a career where you are able to build a lifestyle out of this and to be living comfortably from this. It is just a very difficult thing. And I encourage you all to continue to follow your dreams and your hopes and your desires, And, you know, don't be so negative, so hard on yourself all the time. Stop beating yourselves up. Look up to the people that inspire you, people that have positive messages, people that are going to push you and make you work harder than you ever have worked before. Never give up on something, guys, ever, no matter what it is, whether it's love, relationships. The only way things can get better, the only way things are going to get fixed is if you take the chance. If you make the difference into becoming more than what you already are. Become a hero in someone's eyes. Have people look up to you. Become the inspiration that you see in me. Not saying become me, but become like me. Become your own inspirational person to other people, to your viewers, to your YouTube subscribers, to your friends, to your family, and to your loved ones. Show them the light that's within inside you. Show them that you are more and capable of more than what anybody has ever imagined that you could possibly be. Stay strong, guys, and keep this message in mind, guys, that I thank you all for being here for me during all my hard times, from, you know, when I first started YouTube and started streaming to the moments where I am at now. And thank you guys for all this wonderful growth. Thank you for all these wonderful opportunities that I've been given from many different organizations, many different individuals, and many different friends, family, and loved ones. You know, my life has been very hard, and it's still a rough road ahead. And it's just looking each and every day like it's going to be rougher and harder. And I really, for myself, don't truly 100% see the light at the end of the tunnel yet. I see the light, but it's very dim and very, very small. And that's, I guess, the only thing that's really keeping me going is that there is that slight, tiny, minuscule sliver of hope that things may turn around for me, that I won't lose my mother. If many of you don't know, you know, my mom is currently suffering from a disease known as COPD. Basically just makes it harder to breathe, and it gets worse and worse as time goes on, especially as she gets older and her body begins to weaken even more. She starts to lose more strength, and if she continues to smoke, it's going to make it that much more difficult, and it's going to make that disease that much more intense and that much more worse upon her. And, you know, like, my mom is all I got left, guys. In 2002, I lost my grandmother. You know, no one foresaw it coming. Nobody expected it. And my family turned around and blamed me for her death. Thinks I'm the reason why she is dead, or at least I'm part of the reason why she died. You know, there was a lot of hate and animosity between myself and my family, and my family and myself. There was hate going both ways. There was a lot of animosity, a lot of problems within our family throughout the time since I could far back as remember. We're always butting heads. They were always interfering and getting themselves involved with what was going on at home. And at home, it was my grandmother, my uncle, my mom, and myself. And my other two aunts were always getting involved and trying to control me as a child, and saying that how I was being raised and what I was such a bastard child, or that I was a drug addict or an alcoholic at such a young age. Not even like at such a young age. Like, they didn't really start accusing me, or I didn't know that they were starting to accuse me of all that until I was in my teens. I found out they thought I was doing drugs, and I was just smoking pot and doing all these stupid things long before I even knew what drugs were. Before I even knew all about marijuana and cocaine and heroin and all those deadly drugs out there. I have never done drugs a day in my life. I have never even picked up a cigarette. I mean, I picked up a cigarette, never smoked a cigarette even. I made a promise to my grandmother to never do drugs and to never smoke, and I continue to hold on to that promise. I, for the most part, 99% of the time, hold my promises. There are the occasional times where I do break those promises or slightly come close to that border of breaking it, but then pull back. It's hard to sometimes keep promises, guys. And I don't encourage you guys to make promises you can't keep. I encourage you to make promises you can keep, or that you know at least without a reasonable doubt that you can keep. All I want to do, guys, today and in this video is to inspire you guys to be a better person, to be inspirational to somebody else, to save a life, whether it's a mother's, a father's, another child, or some random person you don't even know. If you're out on the street with your friends and you have $1 in your pocket and it's your last dollar, and you see some homeless person just sitting there, or see some person begging for money, or someone even comes up to you just random, not even looking like they need money, but ask you for $1 to make a phone call or $1 for food. Give them your last dollar. Karma is a real thing. I believe in karma. And I think when you do good things, even if you don't want to, that you're doing it because you know it's a good thing to do, regardless of what you want, that will come back to you. It may not come back to you when you want it, when you need it, but it eventually will come back to you. And when you do bad things, wrong things, you shame people, you hurt people, you betray people, you belittle people, you hurt someone in some way, in some fashion, that's also going to come back to you. Maybe not always when you expect it, maybe it's when you need it, but maybe it's the same time when you need the good karma, not just the bad karma. Karma is just a mysterious mistress. Just continue to live your lives, guys, the best you can. I don't encourage you guys to drink or smoke or do drugs. Even though some of you may have your opinions on weed and have your opinions on alcohol and smoking cigarettes, I don't encourage it. I don't condone it. I don't recommend it. There's other ways to have fun. There's other ways to experience those moments where it feels like it's giving you that pleasure. There's different kinds of pleasure out there, guys. I'm not just talking about sexual. I'm not talking just about drug or alcohol wise. Life has many wonders and mysteries and happiness to offer out there. You just gotta be willing to go out of your comfort zone, out of your bubble, and find that happiness that you deserve. Keep fighting the good fight, guys. Never give up. There's just so much I want to say, and I'm trying to find the words to be that much more inspirational, that much more motivational for you guys, to give you guys that push you need for today, for tomorrow, and for the weeks to come. That you guys have it in you. That I'm hoping for myself right now, for my mom, that a miracle comes through, that someone out there cares enough, believes enough, and is willing to be my hero, to be my mom's savior, to be my mom's hero, to be someone's rescuer. Now, I know what I'm raising isn't for like her disease. It isn't for cancer. It isn't for something like major. I mean, it isn't like right now the bill collectors are coming after her and trying to take all her shit away. But it's to prevent that from happening because my mom is disabled. She's collecting disability and she receives some medical assistance with her bills. But it's not enough to cover everything, guys. It only covers so much. It's limited coverage. Her disability is only $1,000 a month. And she's paying rent, food, utilities, and her internet and other stuff that she has to pay for. So I'm just hoping that some of you guys can understand where my mom's coming from. Maybe you guys have a mom or dad or a brother or sister or a nephew, a niece, an uncle, somewhere in the family. Maybe they're deaf or hard of hearing, or maybe they have some kind of disability somewhere. And you guys can find in your hearts to at least donate $1. I mean, if we can get 5,000 people to donate $1 each, it'd be amazing. I know $5,000 is a lot of money to be asking for. And I know, again, it's not something so serious, something that will drive a cause, will drive people to come to this aid, to come to my rescue, to come to my mom's rescue. I know it may not seem like it's something that deserves a good calling to, but put yourself in my shoes. Put yourself in my eyes, watching your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your uncle, your niece, your nephew, somebody in your family, slowly, and then at times quickly, fading away. Literally disintegrating mentally, emotionally, physically. That every time you see her, him, and hold them in your arms, you can tell they're dying. They're fading away. That little by little you feel less and less of them. And you feel their spirit, their being, literally crumbling and turning to dust within your arms, within your hands, and within your eyes. Every time you look at them, you see a bit more of them chip away. I hope, guys, that you found this video very inspirational, motivational, and touching, because that was the purpose of today's video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Make the most of your week. Make the most of your year. Conquer your fears. Chase and achieve your dreams, your goals, and your desires. Stay cool. Be cool. Give respect. And you'll get respect in return. Peace. I love you guys.